Mitchell, you've got an XYZ TC320 LTY here. This is a Y-axis machine from XYZ. How long have you had it?
We've had it for about 2 years.
And are you the man when it comes to the programming and the controlling of this machine?
Definitely. I'd like to think so.
And do you know much, well, you must know much about the size and what you can achieve with it?
Yeah, the maximum bar we could use on here is about 3 inches.
Do you go up to 3 inches?
We can go up to 3 inches, yeah. The maximum I've got at the moment is 2.5, but we're looking into doing bigger bars.
And the turret on this machine, the Y-axis and the turret are an integral part because they help you with certain functions like engraving, I believe?
Yeah, engraving, milling, off-center drilling. So yeah, we're experimenting with a couple of things now that we haven't done in the past, which we are doing now.
Taking the business into a different area.
Definitely.
Let's have a look at this component. Can you tell us what it is and what you're actually doing here on this?
Yeah, so I mean, if I show you, we start off with facing. It comes as a stock bar. We start with facing the job, so it's clean, so it gives us a datum to work from. We produce the thread, which it all comes in different various pitch sizes, threads, thread sizes, and then we can also do the milling, which you can see here, which is 4 sides. Usually we get 2 flats, sometimes we get 4, so we can vary on those.
The flats are the reason for the Y-axis, essentially?
Yes, essentially, I mean, that is the big part of what we do with the Y-axis.
And that's not an easy material to machine you've got there either?
Not at the moment, no. That is a hard chrome bar, which does take a little bit longer to do.
How does it chip?
It doesn't chip very well.
What about your coolants and stuff like that? What do you use to lubricate it when you cut it?
We just used standard oil-based sort of lubricants, so and pink cutting fluid.
And Paul was telling me that the machine handles this type of hard chrome perfectly.
It does well with it. We've changed our tips recently, which have helped the process and have sped things up.
And the machines here, before you had this machine, you were doing this particular component on various different machines, weren't you? I suppose you were turning, you were milling,
yeah,
threading,
yeah,
then engraving.
Yes, we were. I mean, as far as the milling goes, they were going to other mills to be done, and they would wait around. Engraving used to be stamped, so...
Let's talk about how much time you've saved. What do you reckon? You halved your throughput time for this particular part,
definitely,
thanks to the XYZ?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say, yeah, definitely about 50-60% saving.
Let's look at this control, because you were showing me earlier some kind of simulation here. This is a shop turn. Can you just show us, for the camera, what we have?
If I press simulation here, it will run through this program, hopefully. And
this will give us an overview simulation of what...
An overview simulation of what's going on, where the tool's going to go, what tool it's using. So that's your CNMG tool coming in, roughing the component. And then you'll have your DNMG, which is your finishing tool. So that'll do the undercut. And then it will come in and finish it. And then face finish it. And then you'll have your thread tip come in, produce the thread.
So it's going through every stage.
And also, if you see down here in the bottom right corner, you see how long it's actually taken. So we're up to a minute and you're already on the thread. And then you'll see the milling tool come in and start doing the flats.
So it's telling you what your cycle time is going to be?
Yes.
And this milling the flats here is using in conjunction with the Y-axis?
It is. Or the Y-axis. It's using, if I speed it up a little bit, you'll be able to see it better. So it uses the C-axis, which is the chuck, and the Y-axis.
So you've got all driven tools on this machine. You've got a Y-axis, you've got a C-axis.
Yeah.
You don't need any more, do you?
No.
With this control, do you do the programming here at the machine? So what you've seen here, what we're seeing here, you've done on the shop turn.
Yeah, everything that you see on there with the programs. If I go into the list of programs, everything that you see is done here.
And is it much of an assistance, the shop turn? Would this installation be as much of a success as it is without shop turn?
No, I think it's improved a lot since the FANUC days and the G-code days, and I think this is the way forward really for
you guys here.
us. Yeah.
Let's summarise, Mitchell, finally. This machine, XYZ Y-axis turning centre for you, been a revelation for the business.
Definitely been a revelation, and hopefully we can look at other machines with a Siemens control on to carry on improving really.